Three, two, one. And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. For anybody watching, thank you very much for watching. And we are on day 4 of Ender Lilies. And we're at, Ender Magnolia. Not Ender Lilies, the sequel to Ender Lilies. And we're at 26 hours and 24 minutes. And chapter 12, level 56. So we're going to get into it here. I did make a little bit of a discovery. So we're at this boss. We're going to come back to him though. I discovered that there is a way to use the water charge to break through some of the areas that we were not able to get through. I went to look it up to see if it was like, just something that I overlooked or whatever. So like right here, you can swim and it's kind of weird. So let's get over there and I'll explain how this works. I honestly don't know how, I kind of feel this is one of those things that you're either going to discover accidentally, or somebody's going to tell you, or, you may just experiment, and just happen to, find out through experimentation, but it doesn't like, why are my, oh, okay, it's working. I was just using the wrong ability. Okay, never mind. I kind of don't feel that the way they've got this set up, God, I hate the tracking in this fucking game. Should have used my other ability. But anyways, apparently you're supposed to use the that to like break through, which I don't know, like I might have discovered it accidentally doing that, but it just seems kind of like, yeah, so whatever. Anyways, and we can also break through this one as well using the same tactic. And one of the people that I've been watching as far as like a playthrough, and I mentioned this before, is Fighting Cowboy. And something that he was doing that hadn't really crossed my mind. So I can't actually do it here. Okay, when we get to the bench, I don't know why, I guess, but it doesn't look like they allow you to change the difficulty unless you're at the bench. But we'll go back to the bench here in a minute after we get this. Yeah, this is a pretty jank, but yeah, but it works. Okay, I think those are the only two. I don't know. Oh, let me get the music back going. I'm trying to think if there's any others that we could do. I don't remember if there was any other underwater. Oh, we could actually use that swim ability to maybe get through this. We could go try to do that. think we'd have to come down from over here though. But let's go back to over here. Okay, yeah, so you can only change the difficulty at the bench. So this is what Fighting Cowboy was suggesting. I don't know if he was doing this because, I couldn't tell. He may or may have not. But there's a custom option or personalized, where you can adjust, individually. And the only real complaint I have is the boss, or just enemies in general, just do so much damage. It's pretty crazy. Disable healing ward. I don't even know what that is. Let me look that up. I'm not using personalized right now. I'm just checking it. So what does this do? You cannot permanently disable the core healing ward mechanic from the game's settings, but you can equip certain relics, specifically totems, that alter or replace its function and provide alternative healing methods. Oh, okay. So this is I guess like a challenge mode. So if you wanted to, oh, okay. Okay. Oh, okay. I see what they did here. Disable enemy attack tells. Okay. Well, we're gonna just keep it on normal. Whoop. But in my opinion, and maybe this is why they put this system in the game, because Ender Lilies did not have this, but I feel that the damage output from a lot of the enemies and the tracking is way overtuned. Like there were certain areas, let me pull it up on the map here. One area in particular that I thought was absurd with the shit. Yeah, this area right in here. Like you have to swim through all this bullshit, and by the time you get down there, you're already down a heal. And all the enemies in here have some sort of range attack, and they all track you, and there's multiple ones on the screen. So they all fire off their abilities. Now, yes, there's parry, but the parry can only block, so much. And because they track, and they do so much damage, it's just absurd. It's ridiculous. It's not impossible to get through, but you kind of have to, I guess, go really, really slow and take out enemies one at a time. And it just, I don't know. It's not for me. I just don't think that this is just one example. I just don't think they tested this game properly. I think they should have spent a few more months allowing, hire a team of players to play the game, test it, to balance it accordingly, because Ender Lilies, like I said, was almost perfect. Like I had zero, it was difficult, but it wasn't overtuned in the sense of the damage output, and the tracking was a little excessive in that, but this is even worse. Like Ender Lilies was kind of like right on the edge of being a little bit excessive. This is just, in just my opinion, just too excessive. Especially when you got multiple enemies all tracking you at once. And what it is the tracking, like a lot of games have tracking, it's kind of derivative from Souls games, but the tracking in this game particularly, let me start over. So in a Souls game, if you get an attack or a range attack or something like that, it will track you. But you have a window of being able to parry, dodge, etc., and the tracking will only last for a certain amount of time. In this game, the tracking is indefinite. It will track you, until the range, whatever it is, dissipates. And that's a problem when that particular attack is doing a third of damage or 50% damage, on top of the fact that there are multiple projectiles coming at you at once. So Yeah, I don't know. I feel it's overtuned. That's just my opinion based on what I've experienced so far. Um, anyways, we need to adjust our loadout here. Oh, right. So we killed that one machine. We got to go do that other one. The one that 2 shots. That's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. All right. But this is more of a... Oh, it says charge. Hmm. I don't know. I have not been very impressed with the owl. I'm going to wait. Oh, right. We got a relic slot. I totally forgot about that. Um, how many scraps do we have? Okay, so we need like 800 more to upgrade our ring if we end up doing that. I don't know if we're going to. I think we might end up going with that. I don't know, because if we're getting, yeah, we're getting pretty good healing. So yeah, we probably don't need that for this. Where's our scraps at? What are we at on scraps? Can we buy another relic slot? Yeah, about 6K. Okay, what is this? We do need to get more healing though. We would get a lot more defense with that. Let's look what's down here. Reduces activation time and enhances the damage of actions of Garm, Haiti, Motley, and Lars. 4 slots. Okay, I don't even... Let me look at who these people are. 1 second. Okay, so Garm, Haiti, Motley, and Lars. Are they... Lars grip. Motley. Haiti, okay. We need to go turn that in too. um, either I'm retarded or they should have put the names on these abilities, because I'm going through all of these and I don't know which ones are bound to what names. I don't remember all these NPCs. Why couldn't they put the names with the abilities? So I took a screenshot. The ones that enhancer works on is Garm, Haiti, Motley, and Lars. But they don't put the names on these abilities, so I don't know which ones those are. I know it's not the owl. That's number 7. Okay, that's Lilac. Okay, it's not that one. So wait a minute. This one says Lilac. Oh. Oh, no, these are new. Okay, increases attack and defense for set period. Oh, shit, we get 2 heals. But we lose healing. But we get 2 heals. We get 1 heal, and what is that other thing? Oh, SP. Wait, we get like a secondary SP gauge? Ah. Wow. Wow, we get us 2 heals. So, well, we have 1 right now, so we're technically only gaining 1. Ooh, now that's kind of nice. Although, okay, if we're going to lose healing, but we get damage, we need to offset that. Or the healing is dog shit. That's another problem in this game. They don't give you any healing. Like in the first game, they give you prayers so you can like boost your healing, and you get relics so if you want to use those, but they took that away in this game for some reason. All right, let's see if we can offset that healing. We'll get 35 with that. So we'd be down 15 if we go with the other. I don't think it's worth it. Yeah, I'm not going to do it. Yeah, because we're only going to gain 1 heal. And we're going to lose 50 healing. And, yeah, I'm not going to do that. That we just gain SP, like more SP. Get an extra heal. Now this one actually almost seems worth it because, well, no. Where's the other one? Yeah, I'm just going to go with the extra heal. Hold on. Is this... We just gain SP from that. We get 1 extra heal there. We gain SP from that. I mean, would it be worth it to lose 15 healing and have extra damage? I don't know. Let's look at the ring up here. Because we still need to get a vial. We wouldn't be able to afford the vial either. This is so fucking annoying. All right, I need to set up a new profile. All right, hold on. We definitely need a relic slot. Well, I guess we're doing it. And how much? I got 70, about 7,800. Oh, attack and defense. I overlooked that. Minus 50 healing. That's a lot of healing loss. Decisions. Yeah, I'll go with that. Hmm. Wait, we have 3 of these? Ooh. That, I kind of like that. All right. Now that we got all that sorted, actually, one more thing. Ah. We need to figure out what this is for. Um, I think we started to look this up, but we had to end the stream. Hand over to the instructor in the central plaza of the Sorcerer's Academy. Okay. Uh, Must be this one. So there's 6 more of these? Okay, we gotta find these. All right, let's do this then. That's probably why this isn't cleared. Oh, we actually... Oh, it was the flame. I need to change my button anyways. Let's put... Let's put the owl there. There we go. Yeah, that feels much better. I can't can't do the jump. That's all right. I'm pretty sure I already got the one up here. So there's probably one over here. Um, ah, nothing. Okay. All right. So there's no sorcerer or priest over here. I do wish they had like a relic that extended your range attacks or even your melee, you know, by like 5-10%. Okay. Oh. Hmm. Um, could there be some over here? It says we need like 6. Okay, unless there's one up here, which there could be. There would probably only be one, so there's still going to be, there's probably one up here. You know, let's just go work on that boss. Where is he at? I think he's over here, right? Wait, how much, well, actually, let's get that ring. So we're almost there. So let's get the ring and then we'll do the boss. So a lot of materials over here. I need to test something. I need to see if that gives me life back or not. It looks like it does. It's not as good as this though. What did we need, like 6,800 for that? For that ring? Whoop. Yeah, this build is pretty disgusting. You know, instead of, we might just farm that. That might be faster. Whoa. All right, let's do this. That room directly below us has a bunch of materials. If we just farm that, that might be quicker. Yeah, look at that. We just gotta... Yeah, that's just so much faster. Yeah, we just got it. Okay, cool. So how many was that? Let's see. So 7341. All right, let's see how much we get. So 7341, dude, that's a pretty healthy chunk of change.